Now, this is a man I'm sure plenty of you recognise. TV personality, entrepreneur and ultra runner Spencer Matthews. Now, he's about to take on the challenge of his life, running 30 marathons in 30 days. Not only that, across the desert in temperatures that are expected to exceed 40 degrees. I'm delighted to say that we can speak to him right now ahead of what I think is likely to be one of your final nights of comfort, Spencer, for quite some time. I've been following your challenges for a few years now. This one seems next level.
This is going to be the hardest, longest and roughest ride today. Thanks very much, by the way, for the kind intro and for having me on the show. It's a great pleasure to talk to you. Yeah, we're working with Global's Make Some Noise. This will be both a personal challenge, but also a charitable one. We're looking to try and raise some significant funds for some truly great causes. I've met a lot of the charities that Global's Make Some Noise supports. And ultimately they're brilliant. ATF, Suicide and Co, the Childhood Tumor Trust, my apologies, and a bunch of other incredible causes that really deserve the help that hopefully we're going to assist in providing.
Yeah, Spencer, am I right in thinking you're flying out tomorrow?
Yeah, so yeah, this is the final night at home. Left the family on holiday, so just putting the finishing touches to the bags at the moment. Training block complete, all done, and heading out there tomorrow, Jordan, for one night, and then into the desert, and then we're going to begin first thing bright and early Monday morning. Yeah,
wow, incredible. You mentioned training there. Let's give some context for our viewers then, because you ran the, let's call it infamous Marathon des Sables, known as one of the toughest, if not the toughest foot race on earth. This is the equivalent of doing 5 of them. How do you even begin to train for this?
I've got a great coach. His name is Chris Taylor. He's coached professional and non-professional athletes to all kinds of incredible feats. I've ran over 2,000 kilometers in preparation for this. I've spent several hours, 13 hours total, I think, in a 50-degree Celsius heat chamber, really learning how to deal with, stress on your system and soaring internal body temperatures that, ordinarily might be considered dangerous. Well, are dangerous unless managed properly. And I've really prepared for it, mate. I've put a lot of time and effort into this, taking it really seriously. I did the Marathon des Sables in 2021. Despite it being a very painful experience, I loved it, if you know what I mean. Like you dig deep and you come out of it, particularly if you're successful, just feeling a bit changed and with wind in your sails. I've done a few other ultras as well, and kind of always find that I really gain from the experience on a personal level. Obviously, having the fundraise for this one, for such incredible causes, makes it even more pungent for me, to go out there and succeed. Yeah. Potent, perhaps not.
We'll let you off. You've got a lot ahead of you, a lot on your mind. And now we should mention as well, Spencer, this is a Guinness World Record attempt for the most consecutive marathons run on sand. I was reading some of the requirements, and I think it's a little bit harsh of them, actually. They insist that the marathons have to be done within 6 hours, every single one of them.
Yeah, I think we were able to perhaps get it 6.5 hours, I believe.
Okay.
That is I can run a marathon in just over kind of 3 hours, but the sand element of these really is what is the making of this world record, hopeful world record. It's a different deal running on sand, very, very tricky. It saps your energy far faster, and you are much slower in general. I mean, anyone who's ever ran on a beach will know that it's a less pleasant experience than running on the road. When we recce'd the route, all 1,266 kilometers of it, we did. I certainly felt like the sand was a lot softer than I had hoped for. And it's just going to be a long old thing. So yeah, we have 6.5 hours, and it's going to be quite tough to do that 30 times on repeat. If it was 1 or 2 or 3, I'd be completely comfortable with that, I think. But that repetitive nature, and also just existing in the desert for 30 days is another element that needs very careful consideration. Obviously, there's no showers. We're sleeping rough, camping, no mattresses to speak of, no toilets, no running water. So, we need to be very careful how we manage that experience as well. That could be the make or break of this too, as well as the distance.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love how you describe it as quite tough. Probably an understatement, Spencer. But I went for a run a couple of days ago, knowing that this interview was coming up, and it was probably I got home and I thought, God, it's hot out there, and I looked and it was probably about 18 degrees or something, and I thought, just the cheek of me even thinking that ahead of speaking to you. But I wanted to just say, like, is there a team around you? Like, obviously they'll have to monitor you health-wise. What is the structure out there?
No, well, fortunately, this is a supported effort. So the Marathon des Sables, the Jungle Ultra, the Ice Ultra, those are self-sufficient races. Obviously, if something goes wrong, there are medics kind of, sporadically interspersed throughout the course. This is going to be a little bit different to that, given that I'm the only person running the full distance. We have a doctor with us at all times, a physio at all times. There'll be access to food and water. I'm not carrying the equipment that I'm sleeping in or the food that I'm consuming for the time that we're there. So this is very much it's my first supported ultra, basically. So it will feel a bit different having that kind of luxury. But, it's still going to be, it's going to be a long, old, tricky thing as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll get a chance to talk about the charities and how to donate just after this. I just wanted to really ask you how you think you'll find the actual running side of things just for that distance every day. What gets you through the actual endurance side of things?
I think the preparation, eliminating all the risk that you can, controlling the controllables, controlling what you can control. I've never been more prepared for anything in my life. I've taken this incredibly seriously. I've put countless hours into I've ran 2,200 kilometers in the training block for this. That has meant running, back to back half marathon, half marathon in the longer weeks. So my body, I think, I hope I don't sound overly confident. I don't think my body will break, although I haven't run 30 marathons in a row. This is going to be an onslaught on the mind as well. And so I don't really know what to expect, mate, because nobody has ever ran 30 desert marathons consecutively before. So it's not like I can lean on somebody for kind of good advice. I've done 6 in 5 days before in the desert in 2021 and found the whole experience to be quite cathartic in many ways, actually. I kind of enjoyed it probably more than I should have.
Yeah, we just seen some shots of you training. It certainly doesn't look like your body's about to break, if that's any comfort. But let's ask about the charities, because obviously that is a huge motivation for this. So the charities that you're supporting and how people can, one, follow your journey, Spencer, and two, how they can donate if they wish to.
Well, thanks so much for this opportunity, because I know the charities will be incredibly grateful. Global's Make Some Noise support about 100 charities in the UK, 100 small charities. They work very closely with them. I've had the great fortune of meeting 5 of those charities now and spent some time with them. ATF, Suicide & Co, Play Skill, the Childhood Tumor Trust, and I'm not sure if I said Suicide & Co, but if I have said that one twice, my apologies. All of these charities support families through bereavement, loneliness, homelessness, mental and physical health issues. A lot of help goes to children in particular, which is something that's close to my heart as a father. And it's worth mentioning as well that all of the money raised goes to the charities. 100% of the money goes towards charities. Absolutely nothing goes to me, my team, or the event. That we've done a separate funding process for the event. And we're very thankful and privileged to be in a position to be helping these charities because they really deserve it. There's a link in my bio on Instagram at Spencer Matthews. We're also going to be uploading content on a very regular basis to my Instagram. We'll be doing some YouTube stuff as well, stuff across TikTok. We're going to be doing everything we can to publicize this and send links out. But the easiest way is there's a link in my bio on my Instagram. And thank you so much for allowing me to say all that.
It's an absolute pleasure. Spencer, best of luck. What you're doing is remarkable. And we'd love to speak to you afterwards, welcome you into the studio once it's complete.
It would be a great honor to come and see you, my friend. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Thanks, Spencer. Cheers.